everybody. My name is Alexandra Hanna. I'm one of the directors for the SRC. Today I have with me Waseem and Dr. Ken. Waseem is our VP of Academics and Dr. Ken is the Associate VP of Academics. And we're just gonna ask them some questions and get to know them a little bit better. Do you guys wanna tell us a little bit about yourselves, your position, and what you guys do here at Clair College?
Go ahead, start.
So I'm the Associate Vice President Academic here at Clair. I've been in the role for 3 years in the role. I started here about 10 years ago, almost to the day actually, as the chair for the School of Health Sciences.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Okay, I also started out as a chair, School of Engineering Technologies in 2009. So I've been at the college 11 years. Went to Associate Vice President about a decade ago, did that for about 5 years, so I was in Ken's role for about 5 years, and in 2015 I took on this role as Vice President of Academics.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of experience.
Yes, I have a lot of experience here. Both Ken and I worked in industry prior to coming to Clair College, so so a little bit of varied experience as well outside of education.
Okay. So what made you guys wanna, take the position for VP and Associate VP for Academics?
Because we're crazy. So the honest truth is, when I was in industry, way back, I've always loved mentoring people and helping people and educating people. The staff that I worked with in plants, in the automotive industry, I always enjoyed that. So at one point in my life, I decided that I wanted to leave the automotive industry and get into education. I applied to go to Teachers College in 2009, and I was going to start in September so I could teach high school or something like that, sciences and math. And in the summer of that year, there was an ad in the Windsor Star for Chair of School of Engineering Technologies at Clair College. I applied, and about a month later, I was sitting in the seat and pinching myself. So, because it was like a dream come true for me.
Wow, that is very, very good, very accomplishing.
So for me, getting into the college itself, I practiced in private practice for 13 years. And in that time, I had also created a practice management firm. So kind of like what Waseem was saying, mentoring, right? Guiding people along to improve themselves, to improve their patient care. And as things got busier and busier with partners, it was fantastic when an opportunity came up, which was just too good to pass up here at the college. And not only did the posting come up for the chair role, but it was also to assist in building the 100,000 square foot simulation center for the Total Health Science Center right now. So, like Waseem, I applied. Within a couple of days, they contacted me and said, "Would you like to start as soon as possible?" Wow. So I did, right? And it's been a lot of fun, right? Again, you're mentoring, you're dealing with people that are just getting fresh into their careers, and having some influential, discussions with them, guiding them along. I could say even when I was chair of the school, there wasn't many names that came across the stage that I didn't know without reading a card. Maybe try to interact with them, give them some guidance, have some fun along the way too, right? And then the associate VP role came into play, and then I thought, well, I had so much fun doing it with the School of Health Sciences, it'd be even what a more rewarding job than to, now I'm involved with Chatham campus, downtown campus, operations for every college, every program in the college. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Handful of stuff, huh?
Yeah, it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, for sure. So what does your job title really require? So what's your day-to-day tasks, and what do you guys do?
So in my role as Vice President, I essentially work with the senior administrative team, senior operating group, in looking at the big picture for the college. In terms of enrollment, where do we want to be in enrollment in 5 years, and future growth of the college, our quality, academic quality for students, our student support services, are they appropriate and adequate across the institution? How do we continue to improve? ensuring financial sustainability of the college. And of course, any issues that come up day to day that are brand type issues that impact the college's brand. And the senior team at Clair College and Patty as the leader, we take that very seriously. We take the education of our students extremely seriously. We care about every single student. We genuinely try to help as many students as possible, if not every single one. And so you have to look at that from a holistic perspective. And then what policies do we want to implement, procedures to get the team, the administrative team to work with that, and the faculty and our support staff to work through some of those policies and make things happen on a daily basis with our students.
So my role is to make sure, especially for the operations side for all of the college, right? So I have to make sure that the students have all the accessibility that they need in terms of their academic programming, right? I have to make sure that the staff and faculty have that we are, everything that we are doing and operationalizing are following the strategic directions that are set up by the senior team. Waseem and I have always worked well together, even when we were chair and associate VP. And there are some times when, you know, I'll be helping him, he'll be helping me, depending on our busy schedule. Waseem is never afraid to jump in and do some detailed work if there's a lot going on. And just like I'm never afraid to just jump in and say, hey, how can I help with some of these strategic initiatives that we're working on as well? Our team, our chairs, our faculty, and our support staff, we try to stay in tune with them as much as we can. Waseem and I will attend as many departmental meetings as possible. We personally meet with all the new faculty within the probationary year, just to make sure that they have the support, because it's, you know, like a new student to the college first semester, it can be overwhelming for anybody, right? Understanding the systems, the policies.
Getting around.
Yeah, and it's very important, and from our point of view, to be available, to be there, to answer questions, even if they're small detailed stuff, because that time investment is what eliminates a lot of bigger issues for students and staff.
Good. You guys are a good team.
Yeah, we are.
So, with everything going on right now due to COVID, what are some difficulties that you guys are having? What are, what's changed? What's different?
After March break, when I was telling some folks, it's like taking the Titanic and turning it on a dime 90 degrees instantaneously. That's essentially what we have to do. But the entire staff at Clair College stepped in and was rowing together. Right? The faculty stepped up. Within a week, they converted their delivery, face-to-face delivery, to remote delivery instantaneously to ensure that students met the outcomes so they could graduate or finish the semester. The toughest part so far about COVID is the unknowns that keep coming, right? And there are changes that come from the ministry on a regular basis, and I can't blame them because they don't know what's coming. And it's based on data and a number of cases that happen, and based on different situations, so they have to adjust. It comes to the colleges, and we have to adjust, and then obviously our staff has to adjust, and our students then have to adjust.
Right.
So that's the biggest challenge, is the unknown, and you're always trying to predict what needs to be done and have plan A, plan B, and as Patty always puts it, we hope for the best, but we plan for the worst.
Right.
And so that's been our toughest challenge through this COVID period.
Yeah, I have to agree with Waseem. The unpredictability has been, as much as we try to plan and predict, I mean, there are some initiatives I think we made it to plan G or H. We're hate that there were so many changes that happened last minute. And however, I will say this, the ingenuity that we encountered since March, and it's not just like the senior team, but the chair level to your faculty, your support staff, and even the feedback from the students, right, that we've been able to receive, has allowed us to really navigate it very well, right? We've had minimal incidents on campus in terms of cases. We've had students, emailing us. As much as there are some that might be struggling, we reach out, we give them resources, and try to identify ways to help them individually. We've also had other ones that have emailed us saying, thank you so much for what you've done. I've been able to juggle being home with my kids and able to accomplish this, and this minimal amount of interference to their personal lives as possible. So those emails have been rewarding, right? To know that there's been a few long hours here and there, right? I think for all of us, but it's nice to see that we're making it through together, and the only reason why we're making it through is because we're all, like you said, we're all growing in the same direction. There's no one in this institution that's bucking the what needs to get done, and people are willing to put whatever time and effort is needed to get there. So.
And this has also been tough, very difficult on students, as you can imagine, as you
For sure. Yeah.
And making sure that students are aware of what the support that's available to them. It was a lot easier when students come on campus to know where the supports are, but now it's virtual, and so for them to search it out, seek it out, find it, and actually get it, it's been a little more challenging for them. And the reason we exist is for students. That's why St. Clair College is here, and so we have to make sure that we're providing the right service for them, not only in the classroom but outside the classroom as well.
So talking about students, how has going online and being virtual been with the students, and what can you guys say has been an up and down about that?
I think you have a gamut, you really do, and it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on what is the individual's learning style. Right, that's a big one. Then you have to look at the home factor. Are there interruptions? Are there aspects in that person's or that student's life where they cannot have the quiet time, the isolation time that they need to be able to concentrate on those things, because it's not only them that's at home. There's a husband or a brother and a sister or other family members, right? It's not only been the school piece that's been a challenge, but it's been a lot of the other social aspects. So we've seen great students struggle with the online, and we've seen other students that might have struggled with the face-to-face that have excelled online.
Yeah.
And what we've still continued to do is to look at it on an individual basis, individual approach, right? When how can we help out? So that's what we talked to the faculty about, right? I see where the issues lie, see what we can do to get them the help that they need, guide them in the right direction. We have so many services that are available for students here at the campus that are still available virtually, whether it be counseling or proctoring, not proctoring, tutoring, right? And so many other pieces, and plus the availability of the staff, right, to be able to answer the questions.
So do you guys see students reaching out to like tutoring and if they need to speak to, is it still the same, or are you kind of?
It's dropped. It's not as much as it was before, like I said earlier. But we continue to try to reach out to students to let them know it's available.
Yeah.
Please utilize the services.
Okay.
We have tutors online. We have all the services that were present before COVID are still present and available online to students. And we encourage, I encourage everybody to seek the supports that they need, and please utilize it.
Yeah.
It's here, it's available, and it's already included in the tuition that the students are paying, in the fees that they're paying, etc. So anybody that needs it should just definitely take advantage of it and utilize it.
So yeah, to all the students that are watching, we just want to let you guys know that everything is still available online, even though, if we're not here physically on campus, we have so many things that you can still utilize, so it's really good to know. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ken and Waseem. Thanks for joining us today. It was great talking to you both, getting to know you guys and letting the students get to know you guys. And if you guys, any students, when we come back to campus or even virtually, if you guys need to talk to Waseem or Dr. Ken, just reach out. I'm sure they're always ready to help you with anything. So yeah, thank you.